Hello everybody, welcome back to Kali Linux Fundamental course. Today we will discuss Module 2. This will be part 1 talking about Module 2. We will discuss the terminal, how to access the terminal window, how to zoom in or out in terminal window, then some navigation commands like print working directory, ls, and cd and clear commands, so on. Some other commands like make directory and remove commands. Then the great option of tab key that will add an autocomplete to typing when typing the name of the folders or files we are trying to access. So let's start. The terminal, we can access the terminal using many ways. For example, by pressing on the terminal terminal window button, as I showed you in the video of Module 1. We accessed the terminal using the quick launch or the launch bar. Otherwise, you can also search for the terminal in the start button. And alternatively, if you are usually use this machine and you have opened terminal many times before, then you will find it in the favorite area in the start menu. So you can open the terminal using different ways. Regardless to how you will access the terminal, you will notice that once you open the terminal window for the first time, the font is very small, and this makes that it is very difficult to read what is on the screen. So you will have to zoom in a bit more to make the font a bit bigger, so you can read what is on the screen more easily. And to do so, you have two options. You can go to the edit menu and click on zoom in option. Otherwise, you can you want to zoom out to make the font less size, more now to decrease the size of your font. The other option is to use the combination of keys, which is the Shift, Control, plus buttons, all at the same time. This will give the same result by going to zoom in option in edit menu. Now we will discuss the navigation commands in terminal. So we have today some commands to discuss. You can use to know what is your location, current location or path, by using the print working directory command. This is very useful in some cases to know where you are in now. So if you are going to create a new folders, for example, or even a files, then knowing your current location will make it easier to access these folders or files you have created. All what you have to do is to type the command pwd or print your working directory in the terminal window, and then press enter. It will show you your path or your current location. Then we will talk about the command ls or list command, which will list the contents of the contents of the file or folders found in this folder. This is very useful for sure to list all the contents inside any folder and access whatever you want to inside this folder. If, for example, if you have some executable files you want to install some programs, there are some good text files you want to read and so on. So you can use the ls to easily find the contents you want to open and use. And for example, if you are inside a folder named A, you can contain another folder called B. You have to use if you want to move through from one folder to another, you have to use the next command we have today, which is the change directory or CD. So you have to change directory from folder A, for example, to folder B by typing CD for the name of the folder you want to access. Next, we will discuss the command clear, which is used to clear the screen for sure. If your screen is keeping going to the bottom after using many commands or performing different tasks on your terminal, you will have to clear the screen to have a fresh screen again, and everything will be clear for you. So the next command we will discuss now is the make directory or mkdir, or the make directory command, which is used for sure to create new directories or folders on your machine for sure. So suppose that you want to create a new folder called Kali Linux course, for example. Then we have to use this command and specify the name of the file folder you want to create. And the opposite command for sure is the rrm or the remove command, which is used to delete or remove any folders or files from your system. But the very important note that to delete a folder, you have to add the option tag R, especially if it is not an empty folder. You have to add to the option to the command rm, that option tag R, to remove folders. If you want to remove the files, you don't need to add the tag R option. Next, we will talk about the usage of key tab, which is a very great feature, which will provide a great autocomplete feature, which when you typing the name of any folder or files on your system, it will be very useful to use the tab. Press on tab key will make an autocomplete to the name of the file or folder you are trying to use. This is for sure very good for those people who love to decrease the amount of typing and the time of finishing their tasks and make it very fast, because they can use the tab key to automatically complete the name of the file or folder they are trying to access. And if there are lots of matches to the spelling of the names for the folders or files you are trying to access, it will display to you all matches, and you can easily choose among these choices. Very useful feature actually. I honestly love it about Kali Linux and using tab button. Now we'll discuss the text editors in Kali Linux. There are lots of text editors in Kali Linux actually, but the most common and famous text editors which text editor I personally use is Nano. It is really a great text editor, easy to use and to create new text files and save them easily, or you can use it easily to read any text file on your system. So you have to type the command nano followed by the name of the file you want to either to create or to read, and press enter. Very easy. If you want to save any changes you have made to the file, simply press Ctrl S, like Word, Microsoft Word in Windows. You can press Ctrl Save or Ctrl plus S to save, and to quit you can press on Ctrl X to go back to the terminal window. Therefore, Nano is very easy to use, actually very user friendly, and that's why I personally use and recommend all of you to use your text editor in Kali Linux. The text editors in Kali Linux, there are some other types for sure of text editors in Kali Linux, or any other Kali Linux distribution actually, like VI or Vim. Vim is another good text editor which you can use to either read or an existing text file, or to create a new text file from scratch. But the difference between Nano and Vim is that when you open Vim or use Vim to read a new file, it won't allow you to change anything before pressing escape to enter the command mode to be able to change anything in this file. And if you want to save what you have changed, you can press escape again and write WQ to save and write and save and quit to go back to the terminal window again. So it is a good text editor, a good text editor, but as I mentioned, I personally prefer to use Nano because it's much easier to use than Vim. Thanks for watching. I hope I can explain the information well. If you have any questions, please contact us on our Facebook group, Information Security Tutorials. Goodbye.